Oh boy, does Hollywood have a problem. I dance by ByteDance, a lot of dancing going on. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have, unless you've been living under a rock. But that Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt movie, that it's them, but it's not them. An AI software called Cdance, made by the Chinese firm ByteDance, who made TikTok, no longer owns TikTok, but now they're onto something new. Folks, we got a problem. I mean, and AI is no joke, by the way. It's not good, and the cat is out of the bag. The horse is out of the stable. We ain't walking this back, and it's only going to get worse or better, however you look at it. I mean, it's bad for Hollywood, but it's good for consumers. Now, AI is going to affect everybody, and it's affecting everybody now. Like right now, as we speak right now, anybody that has a job that looks at a screen, anything that you're going to do that looks at a screen, that's numbers, accounting, art, x-rays, architecture, writing, lawyers, certain doctors, anything on a screen, that those jobs right now can be taken away right now. The only reason why they're not is there's contracts and there's laws and stuff like that. But the technology's here. This is not 100 years away. It's not 10 years away. It's here. And I say within 5 years, there's going to be unemployment like 75%. Because don't forget, there's robotics too. So when you couple AI with robotics, it's a wrap, son. It's a wrap. Let's go back to Hollywood. So Hollywood right now, and if you don't know, the Cdance hasn't officially rolled out yet. So that Tom Cruise thing you saw, Brad Pitt, that was just a little teaser. Okay. Now Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt weren't in this movie, but it's dead on, So the problem is you do have software like Google Gemini that's out right now, and Cdance will be out like in a couple of weeks. What you'll do is, instead of you renting a movie or going to pay for a movie, you'll just tell or type the software, I want to see a movie with anything you can imagine. I want to see a romance where there's a guy and a girl. I want to see an action film, two guys, cops in the city, make it funny, make it 2 hours, 17 minutes and 4 seconds long, make it take place in LA, make it kind of sarcastic, but dark, but fun. Boom. In 30 seconds, you got your movie. And it's a Hollywood level movie. No one can tell a difference. That's here now. So the future, meaning within the next year or two, what's going to happen with Hollywood is kind of like going to a restaurant. You can only choose from what the menu says versus having your own professional chef that can do anything for you. So that's where we're going, where you're going to have your own quote unquote professional movie company that you can just speak and you get what you want. Kind of like having a personal chef, but this is a personal director and producer in a production company, and boom, done. That's where we're going to go. So even like rental movies, streaming, done. People would just speak their own movies and they'll have it exactly the way they like it. AI will do it, and it can do it now. So the movie industry's done. Any adult industry, like done. Any kind of commercials, done. Roast, gone. Now you could say, well, but Hollywood's going to fight and sue. Who are you going to sue? Who are you going to sue? Who are you going to sue? Because it's not just Cdance and ByteDance that are going to release this. Thousands of other apps are coming out within the next 2 years. What are you going to do? So the power now is with the people. This person sitting in their backyard, sitting in their living room, can just make this movie in a minute. What are you going to do? So you know what I mean? It's done. It's over, and it's over now, not over in 50 years from now, maybe. No. It's here. Boom, done. And so you're going to see a bloodbath in Hollywood and other places where anything to do with the video, music videos, everything. And they don't need Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. They can just make their own movie stars that are just as hot, if not hotter. And they don't look like anybody that's ever existed before, but they're humans. You know what I mean? So they're human looking. So it's not even go ahead. What? We can't use the likeness of movie stars. Whoop-de-doo. Now what? So it's bad. I will say this. I think Hollywood, like any other industry, will always be around, but in a very, very 1% way, kind of just novelty. Like, hey, who wants to see the movie done by real humans? Oh my God, yeah, novelty. Let's do let's go see that. Kind of like what live theater is today. Like you want to see the quote unquote movie with the real humans, but it's a niche compared to the greater global reach of what it will be. So basically, it's like Broadway versus movies today. Movies outdo and garner much more money by the trillions versus live theater. And that's what movies are going to be with humans now. They're going to be like live theater type of deal. It's just very niche and very like, oh, we saw a movie with humans. But 98% of the population doesn't want to see that. They want to see, they just want to speak and get their own movies done, commercials done, anything done. So it's bad. Good for us, consumer. Bad if you're in the business. But AI, that's a larger conversation, because now when you couple AI with robotics, in the next 5 years or so, we're talking even plumbers, elders, they're done. So even to say like, well, the good blue collar jobs, they'll be around if you're a plumber or a welder or an electrician. Nope. No. They're done too. So we're going to look at like unemployment in the 90% within 5 years, I think. I think that's where we are. Don't believe me, look it up. I mean, see what these robots can do right now. And the robots with AI get exponentially better by the hour, by the day, not by the year, by the hour, by the day. I mean, you have robots that I personally have seen, medical robots, take the skin off of a grape and suture the skin back onto the grape. No human interaction. No human was manning the robot. That was years ago. I'm just saying, so a plumber, a welder, a baker, easy. Robot can do it. And they do it now too, to some degree. But yeah, I mean, you got robots that make pizza right now. You know what I mean? So I've seen robots in front of my eyes be waiters at restaurants here in Jersey, at mom and pop shops. And those waiters are only going to get better and better and better by the hour. So what's the cure? The cure is going to be, and I always say this, kind of like what they have in Alaska. You're going to have the population, all of us will be on all of us are going to be on welfare, glorified welfare. They're not going to call it welfare. They call it like unearned income. So you can be proud of yourself. You're not on welfare. Same shit. So every week we'll all get a check, and these companies that own these AI and robotics companies will be taxed very, very highly. It won't matter because they'll be making hundreds of billions. So the taxes on them will be high, but it will be irrelevant. And so each of us will get a check, a stipend, or whatever, every week. So you'll have your free food, your taxpayer, which is basically the $1 trillion company's paying for it. But anyways, you'll get your food, your medical, and your housing taken care of. Every single citizen in America will have that taken care of. Everything will be much cheaper. You'll be able to drive and fly and take trains and cars and whatever, because everything will be automated. So prices will drop on everything. So you won't really have to work hard. Now, if you want to work, that's up to you. If you can find a business to kind of do that people want, like something done by a human, but you won't really need to work. Essentially, it's like being the child of a billionaire or just being a retired person that has a pension. What do? They work if they want. They don't have to. And they futz around, whatever, it'll be like that. So it's not that far of a stretch. And people are already on welfare too. So, it's not that big of a stretch, but it's just be like everybody will have at least that basic income that is coming in every week. So your food's taken care of, your medical's taken care of, and your housing's taken care of. You want to live in a mansion, you have to find a way to make that extra money. But everybody will have their basic housing and basic needs met. So that's good, and you'll have more time to whatever, socialize, bullshit, try new things. I want to try this business. It fails. Doesn't really matter. You can try this, try that, so that's the good thing. And, there'll be new cures for things. In many ways, life will be better. In many ways, life will be dystopian, which is kind of right now. But, you'll have robots who are already, and we're already kind of there with ChatGPT and stuff. Like, you'll have robots that are people's best friends. You may say it sucks, but if it gets the job done, I mean, who gives a shit? But so you want to be friends with a human, go be friends with a human. You'll have the luxury to your choice. You know what I mean? That's where we're at. AI and robotics. So it's not just AI, but AI and robotics, game changer. Even AI is a game changer. But put AI and robotics together. I mean, they had a Japanese firm that just made human skin that can be wrapped around a robot, and the skin is self-healing. It's human skin that's genetically modified. So now you have robots that you can't even tell if they're human or a robot. You only know because you purchased it. But other than that, feels like a human, talks like a human, acts like a human. Can you imagine? And that's here. It's here now. So anyways, AI and robotics, Hollywood is cooked. and a lot of other industries are cooked. Every industry is cooked. Every industry. Some are going to be cooked quicker than others, but we're all getting it, folks. And again, not necessarily a bad thing. There'll be a lot of good that comes of it. Like, for instance, you want to cure cancers, you need AI. Without AI, no cure. You want to have your loved one cured or not? You need AI. You need robotics. So there's a lot of good that will happen of it. And yeah, there's going to be bad, like anything else, right? The invention of the wheel, the invention of the automobile. I don't know. Should we have invented the automobile? Because, automobiles kill people, but they also save people, right? Automobiles are ambulances. Automobiles are for fun and going on vacation with the family, going shopping, going to work, but they also kill, but they also save, but they also kill, but they also save, but they also kill, but they also save. AI will be that, Anyways, what do you think? Tell me what you think. And have you been afflicted or affected by AI robotics yet? Bye.